Hey everyone, this is about the third time I've recorded this video. I've been having some challenges today, so I decided that we're going to switch to the Leica Q3 43. What I really wanted to review is this jacket. Now this is a jacket made by Aether, but it's in collaboration with Leica and about 4 Leica photographers or something like that. So anyway, it's got a neat story behind it. I'll leave a link below to where you can find information about this jacket. Some of you may already have seen this though. This came out last year in a limited quantity, and they first started with, I think, a green color. Later last year, they came out with this, they're calling it monochrome look. Now, the color itself is a dark, I would call it almost a dark charcoal with some maybe tints of navy in it. So it's not completely black, but it's a very nice color. And given that I black out on everything I wear, this is a good fit for me versus the green. Now, this year, end of October, they decided to come out with a kind of a relaunch of it. Now, these are not limited in quantity. I don't know how long they're going to be making these for, but I was fortunate enough to get mine about a month ago, and I've been traveling with it. And I can tell you right off the bat that this is a great jacket. The build quality on it is just amazing. That's why I decided to do the video. I'm a big sucker for taped seams. If you saw my Shackleton review on their Leica version of their jacket, this is just built like a tank. Now, it is a wax cotton and polyester, and when you first get it, it's going to be very stiff, almost like a firefighter's jacket almost. Everything is just very rigid and very stiff. I can tell you the arms have broken in over time, and it just feels good. The material itself, though, feels almost like a denim jacket back in the day, but it's a very thin material. It is 100% windproof. I wore it in San Francisco in the evenings and it was fine, but it is not insulated. And I don't think it's like a rain jacket by any means, but it is kind of weather resistant. What I really like about the jacket, besides the construction, is just how everything is very fitted. Now, this jacket does run big. So to give you some perspective, I am 6 feet tall. On a good day right now, I'm about 205 pounds. So I do carry a little bit of a midsection. Typically, I wear a double X in most things. And in this case here, I size down to an XL, and this jacket does fit pretty perfectly. I'll zip it up here so you can see, but it fits fine. I can move my arms. It is vented in the back as well. So I don't know if you can see that from here, but it's just a very well constructed, fitted kind of jacket. Even the pockets are zippered, so that way the jacket stays in shape. And then when you're not using them, they're really easy to zip up with one hand and get these zipped up. Now, here's what makes this jacket Leica-ish. They have taken a lot of thought into what do photographers actually need and what do they want. For me, I'm looking for something to replace my backpack. I don't think this quite does it, but it gets close. Now, there's a lot of pockets inside, so you have kind of a wallet, I would call this a wallet pocket in here. There is a pocket in here. It's about 2 fingers wide and goes down to your main knuckle deep. Don't know what you can put in there, maybe SD cards, but it's open. Anything you put in there could fall out, so I'm not really sure what that one's designed for. This pocket here is unique. So there's an interior pocket. I would say this would be for lenses or lens like filters. And then it has a nice microfiber cloth and a lanyard in here, so that's neat. And then this pocket here was the interesting one, which is really long, so it goes from here to here, and you can't put anything in it, or at least I didn't think you could. It's also about 2 fingers in width, and you can get your whole finger in there. But I was trying to figure out what that was for, and really what it's for is batteries. So you could stack batteries in this pocket here, which I thought was really cool. It fits the batteries perfectly. And then when you move to the exterior part of the jacket, you have this kind of big open pocket. And this one here, you can put glasses in. I put my phone in there, it fits fine, but it's a long, deep pocket. It's not magnetized in the top at all. So whatever you do put in there, when you take the jacket off, things will fall out. So just be careful of that. The other big thing is this pocket in the back. They say it's made for an iPad. Okay, doesn't fit my iPad because I have a big 13-inch one, but you might be able to fit an iPad mini, maybe a field monitor if you wanted to do that. If you just needed to carry something, then I think you'd be okay with something about that size. I don't know why you'd put an iPad back there though, unless again you were just walking and you needed something to put your crap in. But you're not going to sit down on this thing. You're not going to wear this on a plane with your iPad in that back pocket. There's also a side pocket on this back as well that kind of does the same thing. You could stick a phone back there and you'd be fine. But I don't know who wants to reach behind to grab your stuff. So that's another kind of interesting design concept, but I don't know if that would necessarily work for me, but I'm sure someday I'll stick something back there. Somebody the other day stopped me and they said, "Oh, I didn't know Leica made a jacket." And I said, "How did you know?" And they're like, "It's branded on the back." So it's very subtle branding, but there is a logo back there. Outside of that, I would say that this front pocket here is very useful. Again, it's pretty deep. You can get your whole hand in there. And that one is weather sealed. So that's nice. The main pockets are these side ones because one is they're furry lined, at least on one side. And this is made to put your camera in these big pockets. Now, I think in some ways that's aspirational because to get your Q3 in there, you have to tilt it and it almost has to be naked. So if you have a soft shutter release, you got to take that off because it will catch on the edge here. And you do have to very gently cram that in there, but it will technically fit. It's hard to get in, it's hard to get out, but it will technically fit. I think an M camera would be no problem because the lenses come off and they're also very shallow. So you could stick that in there, no problem. Obviously the Deluxe would fit no problem as well. Just be careful of the lens cap and that would fit no problem there. And the pocket closes. The pockets on these, by the way, are magnetic. So that's also great because everything will stay put where it's supposed to be. But getting a 3 in here is pretty difficult, but it is possible. So just be careful of that. If you don't have a bunch of crap on your Q3 like I do, I have the helium design grip, I have a Polar Pro lens hood, I got the little soft shutter. If you just carry your Q3 naked, you'll have no problem, I don't think, getting that in there. But if you have anything on there that's even a millimeter in height or width, you're going to have to finagle that camera in here. The pockets are pretty deep, and again, they are fuzzy lined on one side, so you could carry something around and it's not going to get damaged. I would say just be careful of the things that you decide to put in the interior pockets because only a couple are zippered. But other than that, I think this is a comfortable jacket. It is really well constructed and just well built and feels good to wear. So this has been my daily kind of driver jacket in the fall, at least since I picked it up in late October. I hope you found this useful. We'll talk soon. Take care. Oh, and let me know what you think about the Q343 doing video because this is new to me and I'll see it when I edit it. But anyway, take care. See ya. Bye.